This little clock shows blood sugar information from across the room. No phone, no app, no subscription needed. The hardware costs about $45, and I'm going to show you how to set the whole thing up in a couple of minutes in this video. Hey, I'm Chris. I'm a dad to a 5-year-old with type 1 diabetes, and just like every T1D parent, I was unlocking my phone dozens of times a day just to see one number. During dinner, while working, even waking up at night just to glance at a number and make sure my kid's blood sugar was in range and healthy. So I built SugarClock. It's free, open source software that turns an affordable Wi-Fi pixel display, the Ulanzi TC001, into a dedicated glucose monitor. You can put it on your nightstand, your desk, the kitchen counter, wherever you naturally look, and the number is just there. Now, a quick but important medical note. This is a convenience display, not a medical device. Always use your official CGM app, receiver, or meter for treatment decisions. Now, here is what you end up with. It shows the current glucose number, the trend direction, and you can customize brightness, the ranges, and more for wherever it lives. You can have it cycle to show the weather, the time, a Pomodoro clock, and more. Now, there are dedicated displays on the market, and some are really great, but they can be expensive. SugarClock is the opposite. Cheap hardware, open source software, no subscription, and you install it directly from the browser, so you never touch code or install additional apps. It also works with Dexcom and Nightscout, and soon we'll be adding more. Now, you'll need 4 things. First, the Ulanzi Pixel display. It usually sells for about $40 to $50, and you can find links at sugarclock.com or buy directly on Amazon. 2, you'll need a USB-C data cable. This can trip people up, so hear me now. Some USB-C cables are charge only, and for this, we'll need one that has a data connection so we can pass and install it. 3, we need a computer with Chrome or Edge. If your browser can't do USB installs, there's also a Mac app as a fallback that you can install with. And 4, you'll need your CGM information, either your Dexcom share login or your Nightscout server details. Now, let me switch to the computer so we can walk through how to set this up. So the first thing is to head to sugarclock.com. And from here, you can find everything you need to get started with this. You can click Install Now. And when you get to this section, the first step is to make sure that the clock is plugged in with a USB-C data cable. So I'm going to plug that in right now. On the back, there's a port for USB-C. I can plug that in and also plug it into my computer. Now, once I have that plugged in, directly from the browser, I will click Install. And then you can select the specific USB-C port that has a SugarClock plugged in. If you're not sure, just unplug it, see which one goes away, and then plug it back in. If you do not see the clock or anything entitled USB, it may be that you're not using the proper cable and you'll have to swap it out. Once you do that, you can click Connect and then click Install SugarClock. Make sure you click Erase Device and then click Next. And the last thing is to confirm the installation. When you click this, you might hear a couple beeps and the clock will actually restart. That's totally normal. Don't unplug it. This can take about a minute or 2 for it to go all the way and fully set up the install. So I'll click Install, and then you can hear the beep as it goes through the installation process, and I'll fast forward this so you're not hearing this the whole time. And once finished, the clock restarts and rolls right into the setup. To set this up, what we need to do is now change the Wi-Fi that our computer is connected into to the SugarClock one. So I'll select my Wi-Fi network. And I can see that here. And I will select the SugarClock setup. And this will change to the SugarClock Wi-Fi directly on the device. And On the device, you'll see an IP address that is scrolling, and I'll enter that information on my computer browser. So mine is going to be 192.168.4.1. Yours may be different, and that's completely normal. And when you go to this, you're entering the SugarClock admin display. What you need to do first is to actually configure it to your Wi-Fi. So I'm going to change on the Wi-Fi tab and put in my Wi-Fi information. So I'm going to enter my Wi-Fi name and my password. And then I click save. When I do that, the SugarClock device is going to refresh, and I'm going to need to go back to my Wi-Fi that I use for my internet access on my computer. And on the SugarClock display, there's now a different IP address that's being shown here. So I'll enter that. And this is going to be the one that I use to take any admin changes or configurations on a regular basis for my SugarClock display. Mine is going to be 192.168.1.55. Awesome. When I go to that IP address after I've connected to my Wi-Fi, I can now put in my Dexcom or Nightscout information and connect the CGM to the SugarClock. So I'll put my Dexcom information, and then I will click save. And when I do that, the SugarClock display is automatically going to refresh and connect directly to my Dexcom information. And I could actually now unplug, and it will continue to fetch the latest information. It is important that you have this plugged in or to a battery. We have ours connected directly to the outlet, but if you just need it on the go for an hour or two, you could typically just leave it unplugged, and it has a built-in battery. In the admin page, you can also do a number of things, like you can customize the colors, you can specify the time, the weather. There's a number of things that you can do directly from in here beyond just showing the SugarClock information. Now, the last step is to make sure that it fits your space. You can specify the units, the brightness, specific ranges, alerts, as well as your preferred display style. For us, we have one in the kitchen and another in the basement. The goal is visible without being stressful. The best spot is wherever it saves you from reaching for your phone. Managing diabetes shouldn't mean you have to miss out or be distracted from the moments in life that matter. And that's it. To recap, once you have the Pixel display, head to SugarClock.com, install the software on the device directly from the browser, and put it somewhere useful. Links are in the description for all this information and how to get started. And feel free to customize it. If you're tech savvy, the code is all available in GitHub and linked below. Or if you have suggestions for really great additional capabilities to add, let me know in the comments or in GitHub, wherever you're comfortable. And if you hit a snag during the setup, leave a comment. I'll do my best to help troubleshoot and get you set up. Thanks for watching and trying out SugarClock. Let me know how it goes.